You have probably never thought about the fact that building a dam or opening a mine can turn thousands of people into refugees overnight. Imagine your entire village sitting on top of valuable minerals, and one day bulldozers show up because someone in a boardroom decided your home was in the way. This is called development-induced displacement, and it happens way more often than people realize. Big infrastructure projects, oil pipelines, and mining operations can force whole communities off their land, sometimes with barely any warning. Here's the tricky part. This kind of displacement often does not look like the war zone images we usually associate with refugees. There are no bombs falling, just paperwork, bulldozers, and companies claiming everything is perfectly legal. So where do the people who lost everything even begin looking for help? The first stop is usually international human rights law, since documents like the United Nations Guiding Principles on Business and Human Rights exist specifically to hold corporations accountable. You would think a company causing this much chaos would just get shut down immediately, but reality is messier than that. Many extractive industries operate across multiple countries, which means victims often have to navigate a confusing maze of jurisdictions just to figure out who is even responsible. This is where immigration lawyers become unexpected superheroes in the story. They help displaced people explore humanitarian protections, temporary protected status, or asylum claims when displacement overlaps with violence, persecution, or government failure to protect citizens. Now here is a twist people rarely expect. Not every displaced person qualifies as a refugee under traditional definitions. Refugee status usually requires proof of persecution based on race, religion, nationality, political opinion, or social group. So losing your home to a mining company does not automatically check that box. That gap is exactly why lawyers often combine multiple legal strategies at once. They might pursue human rights claims against corporations while simultaneously seeking humanitarian visas or protection categories in receiving countries. Documentation becomes everything in these cases, almost like collecting evidence for a courtroom drama. Photos, witness testimonies, environmental reports, and government correspondence can make or break whether someone receives support or protection. Community organizing plays a surprisingly powerful role too. When displaced groups band together and work with nonprofits, journalists, and legal aid organizations, their cases tend to gain visibility much faster than isolated individual claims. There's also a financial side nobody likes talking about, since legal battles against powerful corporations cost real money. This is why funding support and pro bono legal networks matter so much for victims who already lost their homes and often their income. Some countries have started recognizing environmental and development displacement as valid grounds for special humanitarian visas. It is not universal yet, but it shows the legal world is slowly catching up to a problem that has existed for decades. History gives us plenty of examples, from communities displaced by large dam projects in Asia to villages uprooted by mining expansion in Africa and Latin America. Each case adds pressure for clearer international standards protecting displaced populations. The biggest lesson here is that preparation and legal knowledge can completely change someone's outcome. Understanding your rights early, documenting everything, and connecting with the right legal help can be the difference between losing everything twice or finally rebuilding somewhere safe. If any of this sounds like something you or someone you know might be dealing with, do you want to learn more about how we help? Check out our links in the description.